Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to georeference an image. So first thing, you need to check on your image, right? This is the image that we want to georeference. That means I want to see this image on my map. Find in the map the same area and kind of align the view similar to what I see in my image, which is this one. Second step will be to select a base map, the National Geographic, just because I already know that this is a good one. Okay, so I have my image here. So next step is to bring the image right here. Obviously, you're not going to see it because it's not georeferenced yet. So in order for me to georeference this, I go to the menu imagery, and then you will have a tool called georeferenced, which is right here. You click on this one and you will see georeferencing GIS project. So first thing I will do is to fit to display. And if you turn it on and off, you still will see that it's not georeferenced. So some of the points that you can identify in this particular image could be, points of your coastline. It could be political boundaries. Think about those elements that you can use to do it. First thing I will do is to change the symbology. I just want to make it transparent. We're going to change the primary symbology to stretch. The second step we'll do is we will click on color scheme and go to format color, and I'm going to give it transparency of 80. And then once I do that, I can start adding control points. First, you click on the image, and then second, you click on your map, on your base map. So it's right here. So I'm going to click for a second time right here, and you will see that the image on top is going to be moved. Another one that I can use is probably this area here, which I can see it right here as well. So I can just click on the image first and second click right here. And so you can see that it starts aligning to what I have, okay? The third one the fourth one I'm gonna use is this one right here, and I'm just gonna add it. So I think I have something more or less good so far, okay? Once you finish, you save. If you want to see those control points, you can click on control point table and you will see it right here. You have different, I'm going to save it and I'm gonna close georeferenced. Okay, here it is. I have my image. So if you just wanna do that, I think this is enough, but if you want to digitize the information that you have, then this is gonna be another step and I'll help you out. I can go to symbology. I want back my previous symbology, which is this one. What I'm going to do is I am going to create a layer in my geodatabase. Click on new feature class. It's going to be a polygon. I am going to define here some of the fields that I want. One of them will be name. So I'm just going to go UTM. Go straight to the WGS 84 north because we are in the north hemisphere. And then you look for UTM zone 19. There you go. I will add my new polygon. I will change the symbology because I will be editing. So I want something transparent and probably I want something that I can see. So I'll just make it red. Next, I'm going to go to my menu edit and I will create. Just going to select create and I can start creating my polygons. So I will start, let's say, this island. Okay, so first thing, I can edit, create, and I will leave it here. So I'm going to click on auto hide. I'm just going to make a polygon. You can, I strongly suggest to use a mouse because otherwise it gets a little difficult. Some area here. I'm going to turn off the image just to see how it looks. Well, it looks kind of not perfect, as I said, but what I'm going to do is I am going to select this one. Then you're gonna go here and modify features. You're gonna move. I'm gonna move it a little bit because the other map is not the best. And then click here. Well, I'm just gonna move a little bit here. And then the other area, if I turn on again my map, it seems to be right here. Actually, this one, the upper wick. So given that this is a good example that I can use in terms of, given that my map is not perfectly georeferenced, I'm going to turn off my image and I'm just going to map around this area using create again. And then double click whenever you finish. You save, make sure you're saving. And then for this big one, if I turn it on again, seems to be all the way right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a huge polygon right now that covers all of them, and then I'm gonna break it, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna make my polygon, having something more or less good, but at the same time, we're not gonna focus so much right now in the details. So for the, getting zoom in and zoom out, you have the cursor in a specific point. It's going to zoom in and zoom out towards your, wherever you have the mouse or the cursors. So double click to finish, and here it is. There will be some things that you can fix. I'm going to cut a little bit right here. So I'm going to go to edit. If I want to split, I'm going to kind of follow the coastline. I'm going to click in here, and then I'm going to split my polygon. So all I have to do now is to select, clear the selection. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start splitting. I'm going to use Explore here to just move a little bit. Let's start with, we can start with this one, this green and this gray. Thing I need to do is I need to select, and I'm going to click split. And I'm going to start outside of the polygon that I'm going to split and start clicking on the boundaries that I see here. And I'm just going to pick this boundary right here. So I already split in two, and I'm going to continue on splitting this one. So I'm going to start outside again, and then probably clicking these areas vertex. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to save again. I'm going to continue on splitting the rest. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding the name of each one of these areas to my attribute table. So here I have my areas. I'm going to open the attribute table. So what I'm going to do, and so here, guys, this is like one of the tricks. It's really useful. So what I can do is just basically select all the polygons. So I just start selecting, click on select, and click on each of the polygons, pressing shift. So you can select all of them. And if you look at your attribute table, here are all of those that belong to that are just selected. Okay, so here in name, what you're gonna do is gonna right click, calculate field, and then you're gonna see a window. It's saying what's the input table, what's the field name that you're going to calculate. In our case, it's name. And then it tells you this is going to be the expression type. So in Python 3, basically what you need to do to add a text, you need to use the quotes. We're going to have a problem with this symbol right here. So I'm just going to take it off and I'm going to click OK. And here you will see it. Okay. Press Ctrl V to copy here. So you don't have to calculate or use the calculate field. I did it with the other one because I had several polygons selected. Now, if you want to have something very similar to this, if you look, I'm going to turn off my polygons, and then you will see that they have different names actually for each one of the polygons. Okay. So you can do that as well. So if you want to do that, you simply need to create a new field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new field with a fields view. So click on fields view, and at the bottom you will see the field name and then the option of click here to add the new field. So I'm going to give it a new name. You can put a name too. It doesn't really matter. This is just the alias. The fields are different in name. So I'm gonna click on text and then gonna go back to my table and then save the table. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna click on here and I will see that I have another space to add the name. So I'm just gonna start adding the names. Make sure that you select the polygon that you want to use. This seems to be the same, but not this one, for example. This is. Okay, so now if you look at here, I am under the show selected records only. But if I click in here, I can see the whole list. And seems that there's one polygon somewhere that is not, there's no information, it's just the gray one. So seems that they were not here. So basically just to add a sort of some information, I'm just gonna add not applicable here. I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna go back here, save. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm right now, I'm gonna turn it on again, is try to pick the same colors to add a symbology. I'm just gonna click on symbology, go right here, and I'm going to click on unique values, okay? And I will pick my sort of the field that I'm gonna use to classify that. I have an extra all other values. This one, if you right click, you can remove. And I'm just going to apply the same colors that are right here. Now, if you turn off this one, then you're going to find, you remember that you can give some transparency to your symbology. Okay, so here you have all your symbols. I'm going to leave it right here. And the last thing that you can do is probably label them and just, in this case, is labeling each one of your polygons. And you don't want that because you don't want to repeat right here. But what we can do is go to labels and you can click on labeling properties and go to position and go to conflict resolution, remove duplicates labels, remove all duplicate labels. So here you will see just one for the green one, but that's fine. Otherwise, what you can do is basically select, which is a good option as well. You can go again to labeling properties. I'm just gonna say that this is gonna be picture name, the specific name. I'm going to apply, and there you go. You have the different names for each of your polygons, which is great because this you can have one single symbol like the green one, but you can have the names of your different areas. All right, so now you just have to upload this layer so to your online map. So to do that, we need to click on share, and you can create a web layer, okay? So click on here, web layer, analyze. Next, I'm gonna go to ArcGIS Online. If you have a map, you can open the map and you should be able to see your layer already available. So if you search for layers, you're gonna see your layer right here. Here's mine, and I'm just gonna add it to my map. I'm gonna close this, and here you go. This is my layer.